Bonjour. Un homme dans une gare isolée. Oui, une valise à ses côtés. Des yeux fixes et froids. Non, l'entrée de le pour la skill se tournait pour se cacher. Ne oubliez pas les 80. Fin.
We're back.
Yes, back again. Welcome to this week's podcast. And this week, of all weeks, we are looking at Heaven 17 and Penthouse Pavement.
Not that you can see because the sun's shining.
Ah, look at the bright light shining on the vinyl album cover.
Very French theme this week. But we are looking at Penthouse Pavement by Heaven 17.
It's September 1981. All across the land, people are striving, working hard, when suddenly from Sheffield comes Penthouse Pavement by Heaven 17.
That was it.
That was
Alright,
it, yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, it did.
It did, yeah.
And it stood the test of time.
What an album.
Enough
What an album.
to join our podcast.
Do you know, first of all, I want to talk about is the sleeve. Because
Yeah,
it's
realised something.
so Jake's going to pop up in the middle of the screen a proper enlargement of the front and back, but it is a beautifully crafted, hand painted, designed sleeve with the three members of Heaven 17 engaging in various business affairs of the 1980s. They're wearing a very 1980s business style suit with a slim tie.
Yeah.
Pretty much what's come around again now, hasn't it?
Massive. No, it hasn't.
It
the
has.
slim tie
Yeah.
has. The oversized suit jacket is not. Why are they...
Look at those lapels.
Look at the size of the lapels and look at the size of the jacket. It's just huge.
And what colour would you say that was? I would say that. Would you say that was?
Colourblind, aren't I?
Oh, of course, yeah. Well, I'd
Grey.
say it's what the Victorians would call mauve.
Mauve.
Mauve,
Mauve.
as the Victorians would have said, if you will.
So why are they... What?
I had to get it in.
I won't.
Early.
I won't. Why are they showing off business transactions?
Because
It's not very cool.
they started. You'll see at the very bottom of the sleeve it says BEF, and BEF was the British Electronic Foundation, and it was very much run as a kind of a business, because that's what 80s was. The early 80s was all about, wasn't it? It was
Business.
business.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what? If I'd have been around in the early 80s, I would have sold Pedalotron and made a fortune.
Pedalotron.
Could there have been all those people, I do my 20-minute Pedalotron workout when I get home from work. I get online and sweat all over the kitchen floor. Great. I'll take you up to the business sky.
Yeah, but you didn't.
No,
Did you?
and
You
I didn't.
cried over girls instead.
I didn't crave this album, but it was awesome. I danced a lot to this album.
You danced a lot to this one, so it's a dancey album.
This is right funky.
Right, funky.
Right,
there
funky.
we go. First review of the episode. Right, funky.
Right funky.
Right, funky.
It's a right funky album.
Put that in the tags.
Yeah. So, yeah, September 1981. First studio album by Heaven 17 after the nefarious split from the Human League.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Which we have covered in previous episodes.
Martin Ware and Ian Craig Marsh recruit Glenn Gregory with the beautiful Scottish voice to join the two of them and form the trio that is Heaven 17.
Okay.
And into the studio they go.
Who's better?
Well,
It's the question on everyone's minds.
oh, that's a personal choice, isn't it? What's what you
And
personally like?
who's better?
For me?
Yep.
For me personally?
Yep.
Human League.
Human League.
Yeah.
I think it's yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Gotta be.
They're more popular now.
Yes. What was it that we picked up on the other day where there was a Human League track playing?
Advert on TV.
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we've noticed suddenly,
There's a lot.
haven't we noticed that there's lots of television adverts now featuring 80s songs,
This kind of music as well.
especially the ones that we've been reviewing.
Yeah.
Which is
A lot of the stuff with coincidental
Yeah.
or government scheme.
Yes. I'm going to telephone Matt Bellamy and ask him,
Why Matt Bellamy?
because he knows all about sort of
Does he know government schemes?
He does, doesn't he? Sings about them a lot on.
Oh yeah, he does.
On the Muse albums.
He does.
Yeah. Conspiracy theories galore.
Prog rock band that has now turned into conspiracy band.
See, I can see one. It won't be too long now before Matt Bellamy does like a huge Muse stadium tour, and he comes on stage in a cape
And a tinfoil hat, so the government can't read his mind.
You shall not read my mind, government. I am Matt Bellamy of Muse. He has his guitars made locally, doesn't he? Someone round here makes his guitars for them.
That sounds like a fact, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I'll believe it.
I'm sure I've read somewhere that somebody in this area, in the area of Warwickshire,
Yeah.
makes the guitars for Matt Bellamy.
All right, lads. So, this week I've got myself the old
you're
joking. I brought my
joking.
brother along because he's got a nice set of panpipes, and we like to play the old panpipes down
did you get in?
round the old Joanna in the Pearl Way.
Who's that bloke with him?
I thought this week I saw that French geezer doing the old intro there, very old carte noir, and I thought I'd give the old visage.
How did you get in?
Visage fade to grey.
Started.
So here we go.
Not taking questions anymore.
You see that organ?
It's Fade to Grey by Visage.
It's reverb on.
reverb on.
Tracks, lads. Devinier Gris.
Not even saying it.
Devinier Gris.
Davinier Grish. It should be
One
Davinier Grish.
man on a lonely platform. One case sitting by his side.
See his brother.
Two eyes staring cold and pearly. Shows fear as he turns to hide.
Good test.
We fight to cry. We fight to cry.
All that time living in East London
Udon su garay is so
For goodness sake.
That's what you said at the beginning of the
Uvalise a ses
Did you
cotis.
that French noir?
Oh yeah, the
actor?
French noir guy.
Des jux fixis et Freud.
Freud. Wow.
Entre de la pour le squill. Se tourne pour se capture. French is pretty good at it, eh, lads?
No, it's not. It's terrible.
Like that, yeah?
Yep.
Bonjour, monsieur. Oh, we fight to cry.
You see the leads are coming up. Look, see the lead.
Oh, we fight to cry. Oh, bollocks, I've gone wrong here somewhere. Oh. Hang on, the organ's gone. Yeah.
There we go.
Hang on, let me just press this button here.
boo.
Crap,
Get off.
Archibald, we're screwed up. Come on, let's go. No, leave the panpipes on the floor. Let's just run.
Just thrown them down. God. He's just thrown them down and gone. Why does he just run away?
I'm not sure. I'll tell you what though, that's terrific. Because we've now got his
We've got the
instruments.
organ. We've got the organ and those panpipes on the
That's
floor.
perfect. How can he return?
Idiot.
We destroy them. What's he going to do?
Yeah, just smash it up afterwards with a hammer.
Yeah.
That'd make a great feature, wouldn't it? This is us smashing up the
Just a
Pearly
10-minute
King's
video.
keyboard. Yeah, with some hammers.
Look forward to that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I'm sure he'll be like banging on the door. How did he get in?
I didn't even notice, if I'm honest with you. He just turned up out of nowhere. I'll
Anyway.
analyse the studio cameras and see
Yeah,
if we can find anything.
We got the CCTV, haven't we? So we can
Yeah,
check.
yeah.
Yeah, check the footage. Yeah, at least it wasn't the skylight this time.
That would have been easier. There's still only cardboard over it.
Can I just say that you're looking very sharp today?
You can say that.
Very sharp. You been for a haircut today?
Been for a haircut at the one and only Harry's in Stratford upon Avon. Harry's
Mia.
Barbers.
Mia, this is for you. Sorry.
Interrupt my advert.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Sponsored by Harry's in Stratford upon Avon. Harry's, the best barbers in the area. What do they say on a barber thing? Best cut you'll get for 20 mile.
Neat cuts, tidy.
We use scissors and cutthroat blades.
Bang on for healthy girls.
Healthy girls. Craig Adams endorsed.
Yeah.
Harry's Barbers.
I tell these guys from the Heaven 17 could have done with some quality barbering, couldn't they?
They
'Cause
could.
They've gone very much for the ponytail look there.
Why?
I do not know. I think at that time the ponytail look was a big thing.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Leave a comment on this video if you ever had a ponytail when you were around in the 80s.
Especially,
I don't believe that anyone really had one.
They did. I'm pretty certain many men.
Electronic musicians?
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Oh, yeah.
They all wore suits and slicked their hair over and just didn't move, did they? That was like the look for electronic music. Gary Newman. Kernkraft.
Who?
Kernkraft? Kraftwerk.
Kraftwerk.
Kernkraft is by...
Domination.
Kernkraft...
It's that trance track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kernkraft
4,000.
400.
400?
400.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Zombie Nation.
Yeah. When was that around? Was that 80s?
1990s.
Crap.
Time for the Guru.
Right. Guru Josh.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Anyway, let's look at the album, shall we?
Yeah, let's
the
do
album
that.
Penthouse and Pavement. So, 9 tracks of solid funk, fused with electronics, creating the harmonious sound that is Heaven 17 and Penthouse and Pavement.
Do you know why they're called Heaven 17?
I do not know.
No.
I'll put that out there to the comments. If you know why Heaven 17, I should know, shouldn't I?
You should, yeah.
Maybe it's a fusion, so because like nightclubs of those days would have like names like there was like Studio 47 in New York, and there's a club in London called Heaven. So maybe they've just like taken kind of like that.
Who wrote that song about 37 and 17?
Heaven 17, the correct numbers. Yes.
Growing suspicions that they favoured the younger audience. They're now referring to 17-year-olds as Heaven. Has anybody looked into this?
Oh, I don't like the sound of this.
I have a feeling that they might get caught out in a few years, come up in a BBC article.
Really?
Well, they got Rolf Harris, they got...
Yeah, but these guys aren't like in that. No, you can't go down that line.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of pointers.
I think the song, because that song isn't on this album. So Come Live With Me is on The Luxury Gap, which is the next album.
Right, but that's a creepy song.
I think you've got to take it in context, and if you look at what the whole song's about, it is about the fact that this older guy...
He's asking a 17-year-old...
Why are we talking about a track off the next album? Let's go back to this album and talk about these tracks.
It's the same artist, I just wanted to get it out there.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
We will do The Luxury Gap in Season 2.
Okay, cool.
So we'll come on to that.
I'll save those notes.
So, okay, so the album starts off with We Don't Need This Fascist Groove Thang. And I love the fact that it's not thing, it's thang. Have you heard it on the news about the fascist groove thing? Evil men with racist views. Great track.
It's nice.
Yeah. It's real, and that is like it is, I would say, a funk track, 'cause it's got that proper funk bass line. And it starts off very it's very basic, just like a just the bass guitar and a drum track.
Yeah.
And Glenn Gregory's really recognisable vocal comes in, and yeah, it's really, really clever song. Again, we can't play it, so can't talk about it in like that's what it sounds like, but get on Spotify, check it out, brilliant. Then moves on to the title track of the album, Penthouse and Pavement, which is again, I feel that this is, so they've called side 1 the Pavement side and side 2 the Penthouse side, and I can see why they've done that, because the Pavement side is very funk dance orientated.
Yeah.
It's got lots of like really striking bass lines, very, very raw basic rhythms,
Yeah.
and very, very danceable. The Penthouse side is kind of very much more electronic, very much more kind of serious and kind of late night listening music.
Yeah.
So it's it's clever the way that they've done it and
I
taken.
like that.
Yeah, they've taken like, so one side is a track, you could listen to that side, you could dance all the way through it. The other side would be like, I've got back from a club, I want to put some music on just to have a few, like a nice whiskey or something before, and while sitting around with friends chilling out, and you could put that on.
Yeah.
And you'd get the electronic side, which is the Penthouse side.
That's another thing that we always mention about the listing and order of songs.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
It doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone doing things like that. That's cool.
So
to have one type of music on one side and a different type on the other.
That's a really good point. So what I tried to do during the week, I had a look at your Moody Good album.
Yeah.
Your vinyl.
Yeah.
Which is a gatefold.
It is.
And I was trying to work out the way that... So did they do something similar on... Have they... Because this is a modern group or modern production brought out on vinyl.
Yeah.
So it looks, for all intents and purposes, I could have taken that album out and said to someone, when's that from? And somebody would have said, oh, that's a 1980s album.
Yeah.
Because of the way it's designed, the great graphics on it, and it's a fantastic designed album cover. Really cool. Yeah,
it's cool.
But it's not. It's like it's only a few years old.
2014.
So 5 years at the most.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look it.
No, it doesn't look it. You wouldn't be able to tell.
So I was looking at the track listing on that.
Yeah.
And do you think they've done something similar, or have they been driven more by the record company?
No, it's different. I think half and half for that one. So Moody Good's done the track so that they all play into each other.
Yeah.
So if you
because it's a continuous, you don't get any breaks, do you?
No,
it
you
runs
don't.
straight. I noticed when I listened to it, it went straight across.
Yeah.
You'd listen to it all the way through.
Yeah, it's like it's an EP.
Yeah.
It's an album, but it's an EP. Like,
yeah.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Extended play.
Extended play. Yeah. Yeah.
But he's designed them so that they all, they have that 20-second gap at the end of each song, which means they just seamlessly move into the next.
Yeah.
Whether he's decided that's how he must have done. That's what I'm thinking is, artistically, he's designed them to go in that sequence for whatever reason. I can't work out the reason though.
Right.
Unless it's like he tries to get energy levels of the songs that way. So there's some go really high and then they drop back down. Like there's one's called, there'll be said eulogy to something. There'll be like to various people or like objects, whatever. Eulogy to the janitor is one of them. And it's just calm. There's not a lot of like intense music. But then after that, it goes back up again.
Yeah.
You've got... I can't remember the name of that one, but I think that's what he's going for, rather than anything else.
Yeah.
It's varying energy levels.
It's clever. It's clever. The way that he's taken the different tempos of the tracks, but they fuse together. So you get one long continuous piece of music, but it moves from like a high tempo to a low tempo back into a high tempo.
Yeah, it's interesting, but it's not far off from what this does, really.
Yeah, and I think
it's the same vein, I
Yeah.
guess, but this to me is a more extreme way of doing it. And I like that Heaven 17 have done that.
Yeah.
That they've actually decided one half, like one side, we're going to do this with it.
Yeah.
The other side will do this.
So they on Virgin, same as the Human League, and so yes, you get what 10. You only get the first side is only about 20 minutes long maximum. For those first 4 tracks. So Fascist Groove Thing, Penthouse and Pavement, Play to Win and Soul Warfare. Play to Win, we've got the 12-inch mix of it there, the extended play.
Right.
And as I said, they're all very much, very danceable, funk-orientated tracks. And then we go into the Penthouse side, which is the more laid-back electronic side. So we'll talk about side B in a moment. Happen to notice that we've had...
Oh, yeah.
I was really pleased to see that we've had some more callers this week.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for calling in, everyone. It's been great. Unfortunately, it's someone who's called in before.
That's okay. That's good. I like repeat callers.
I've already heard the message.
Okay.
They're not most pleased with us. This is probably our most first hate.
Oh, really?
Comment.
Well, we always knew that we'd risk.
Yeah, we always were prepared. It's only been nice from everyone.
Person lives under a bridge. A troll.
Yeah.
Troll.
Yeah. That's a different thing. That's someone intentionally trying to wind you
up.
up.
Oh, is it? This is just somebody who's angry, is it?
Someone's just angry at the podcast. We've messed up. I'm not going to say we apologise yet. Let's listen to the message that we've got from someone. I'll let you decide whether you want to apologise or not.
Okay. Let's hear the message.
Right. You have one new message.
Nancy, is the phone ringing? Is it ringing, Nancy? For goodness sake.
Hello, Jacob and Paul. It is I, David Suchet. I heard about the bad news. Apparently, Joffo bars have been discontinued at Aldi and Lidl. Sad truth today. It seems we cannot trust humanity, no matter what we think. I have two things to say that I'd like to add to your podcast as an emergency broadcast. Number one, I will never play Poirot until Aldi or Lidl bring back Joffo bars again. You have my word on this. That is the only time I will be Poirot again. Number two, this one makes me really mad, Nancy. Stop talking about dog turds on your stupid audio show. I hate the idea of dog turds. It makes me sick. It makes me angry. I can't go outside when you talk about them in fear of seeing a white dog turd. Stop! Signing off, angry David Suchet.
So, a lot to digest.
There is.
A lot to digest.
I absolutely will not apologise for talking about the reality of what
The
we...
decline in white dog furries.
It's a thing. It happened. It's real. They're not there anymore. And I think it's worth mentioning because something has changed in the world, whether it be climate change. It's right,
There's one thing I want in this country is white dog turds, and they're declining.
bring them back.
Bring back white dog turds.
Make sure you feed your dogs bone meal.
Stop keeping them healthy.
Yeah.
He was not happy.
He wasn't, was he?
Stamping.
What an
and
angry
he was
man.
Smashing things.
Poor Nancy. Was
I
he
know.
punching her?
And he was stamping his feet, I thought, on the floor. But then he did smash something. I don't know what that was. It was a glass smashing of some sort.
I didn't realise that David Suchet was so angry. And I saw him in a film last night as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he wasn't playing Poirot.
He wasn't?
No.
Well, that's why.
He's with Jason Statham.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everyone must be getting on now.
Yeah, he looked really good in it though. He played what's the character? He played a like a pawn king that was trying to blackmail
Right.
and steal some safety deposit
Classic
boxes.
Statham then.
Yeah, a vehicle for Jason Statham to
Lovely.
be Jason Statham. I'm gonna get you.
Open your boot.
Yeah,
My boot.
yeah,
Put my boot up your boot.
yeah. It was followed by Crank 2.
Was it? Statham Marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a great film. If
Wow.
you take the comedic content that it's meant to be.
Yeah, you've got to.
It's really clever. But, David, I won't apologise for the white dog turds. I don't see that there's any need to.
Yeah, I don't either.
However, the Joffo bars, I do feel your pain. And I think, it's high time that we saw more off-brand goods on the shelves of our supermarkets here in the United Kingdom. I do like to see when I go to supermarkets the off-branded chocolate bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, caramel snaps. Molly's caramel snaps. Yeah, twin biscuit fingers.
Is that what you bought the other day?
Yeah,
You got some the other day.
I did.
They were knockoff Kit Kats.
They were.
Twin chocolate snap fingers.
No, they weren't.
What were they called?
No, they were twin biscuit fingers.
It's not biscuit. They're
Twin wafer snap fingers.
Yeah, something like that. They had snap in the name.
Covered in thick milk chocolate.
That's the sound of a thin
Take-
chocolate wafer.
Take a break. Take a Molly's twin snap wafer
rest.
chocolate covered finger.
Got a really shit knockoff name like.
Put your feet up.
Have a cig break. Have a cig
Go for a smirk break. Smirk.
smirk. Oh dear.
So, David, thank you so much for ringing in. It's lovely, always lovely to hear from you,
It's always
David.
lovely to hear from you.
It would be equally lovely to hear from Nancy at some point.
Oh yeah. You can even get hold of a phone line without him going nuts.
Yeah.
Then get in touch.
So-
Otherwise, hope to hear
Yeah,
from again.
fabulous David Suchet. So,
Talking about side B.
side B. So it starts off with geisha boys and temple girls.
Yeah.
You know what a geisha girl is?
Not really. I know it's something to do with Japan. But I'm not really sure what. They're always crying in pictures. Is that something to do with it?
Probably those tiny little shoes they have to squeeze their feet into.
Right.
It's making them hurt. Oh, my bloody feet are hurting. Oh.
I'm glad that you went down the route of doing a northern accent for them and not attempting a Japanese
I wasn't going to do that. Because I would have sounded like David Suchet.
Yeah, you would.
Because every time I try and
impersonate
David Suchet, I sound like an Asian
shit
person.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Like, there is a fantastic scene from a James Bond film. I never forget it, but I can't remember what film it's from. It's the one with Sean Connery, and he's in Japan, and he dresses up as a Japanese person.
You only live twice.
and he as if he's going to disguise in with all the Japanese people. He's like 6'4".
Have you seen the eye makeup they put on him?
That is terrible. And they're just like,
it's the wig.
Where's
wig.
he gone? It could be that 6'5" bloke over there, that Scottish one who's got really like weird eyes. No, that's not James Bond.
I'm actually Japanese. Konnichiwa.
Have you got any sushi on the menu?
Bon-san. That's right, that's me. Konnichiwa.
Why do you make him sound Dutch? All right, that's me.
Sean Connery was Dutch.
No, he
wasn't Scottish.
Scottish. Oh,
or Miss Money Pony. I'll be sliding to the Aston Martin DB5.
Yeah, that's what you do.
You guys.
I drank so many litres of beer at the weekend, man.
It's going to get into like Euro trance.
Yeah. Oh, you have as well, haven't you?
Yeah, massively.
Weirdly, soon as we finished recording the Divine episode last week, I go downstairs and Dad's cooking some food, and what do I hear blaring from the Bluetooth speaker? Some Albanian trance.
It wasn't Albanian trance. It was standard Euro trance.
I think it was Albanian.
I've got to find a footstool. That's an in-joke. We'll keep that to ourselves. There's nothing wrong with a bit of trance. It's high energy, upbeat.
It's good.
Positive music.
Would you describe Heaven 717 as?
So I would
high
describe.
energy?
So side one definitely. Side one is definitely a not high energy because that's that 120 beats per minute kind of.
It's mid energy.
Yeah, it's dance energy.
Dance energy.
How can I fuse?
You mean it's danceable?
I would have fused the two words to make a new word.
God, this is going to be a
Dancergy.
stretch.
Dancergy.
No, that sounds awful. That sounds like
High dancergy.
it sounds like either a gangster who's called Dancer.
Hey, my name's Dancer G.
Yeah, like that. That's all it sounds like. It doesn't sound good, is what I'm trying to say.
Right, okay.
Don't try and combine words ever again.
I won't. Sorry.
Thank you. Or you can just call your first track on Ha Ha, Dancer G.
No, that's the Berlin Whale.
That's the only track on there.
That's the only track on there. And it's an extended play and it goes on for like the whole of the side. At 33 revs per minute, so it goes on for ages.
Oh.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Because that's the gap where I had the tape recorders.
That's the break.
Anyway, side 2. Geisha Boys and Temple Girls, track 5. Let's All Make a Bomb is about what was big in the 80s? What was the really big thing?
What?
Cold War, Russia, America.
Marathon bars.
Yeah.
Nice. Got it. First time.
And also mushroom clouds.
Moog keyboards.
It's actually pronounced Moog.
Is it?
It's Moog. I watched a really good YouTube documentary about Nick Rhodes and his
way to just go off what you were talking about.
His selection of keyboards.
Yeah.
And It's Moog. It's not Moog. It's
Is
Moog. Yeah. He was talking about. You want to see
You'd never know.
his collection of keyboards. So he's got his very first one, which was a Wasp, which was black and yellow,
Yeah.
and it's just like it was monophonic, so you can only play one.
Sawtooth sounds.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it went on to like into the Moogs and Rolands and sequential circuits.
Okay.
And then how he progressed into the digital sounds. But he said he still now uses.
I muted this.
He still now uses. He's gone back to using analog synthesizers for a lot of the stuff that they do.
Makes sense. They're a lot more fun.
Yeah, and I think because you can create so many sounds from them as well, can't you? Because you're the one that programs it.
Yeah.
To make the sound.
But also, when they go wrong, if you mess up, you make a mistake making your analog synth sound, it sounds nice.
Yeah.
If you make a digital mistake, it just comes through as crackling.
Yeah.
And like distortion or peaking.
Which is why we love vinyl.
Yep.
Because it's warm.
All right, tell me about this bomb.
Let's all make a bomb. The atomic bomb. Nuclear warfare. The arms race between the Americans and the Russians.
Have you forgotten about World War II? Where they dropped 2
Yeah,
bombs?
but don't forget the height of the Cold War in the early 1980s.
Yeah.
There was this huge stockpiling of
nuclear
weapons and missiles.
Yeah.
And the song is all about let's all make a bomb. So, let's...
Oh, okay, I get it now.
Okay, right.
You made it sound like it was the first atomic bomb ever
No.
made. I was like, what are you talking
Well, I could have talked about
You're a
OM.
history fanatic.
I could have talked about OMD's Enola Gay, couldn't I? Which got banned on American radio because they thought it was about being homosexual, and it wasn't. It was about the plane, the Enola Gay.
Because it said gay in the name.
Yeah, they didn't even think.
That's it.
They didn't even think about the fact it was their own B. Was it a 52 Strata Fortress or B-17
Super
Fortress that dropped
no, it might be a Strata. Ooh.
The 17 was a Super Fortress. I think the B-52 was a Strata Fortress, wasn't it?
Okay.
Because it flew up so high.
Yeah.
But of course, it was their own aircraft that dropped the bomb. Why would you not know that?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're digressing again.
Yep, as always.
Then it's Song with No Name, and then finally We're Going to Live for a Very Long Time. They do a really clever thing on track 5 on the Penthouse side. So when you're on a vinyl album, when you get the needle comes to the end of the last track, and you've got that kind of shiny bit in the middle where it would stop, and then the song ends, and the needle will go across that shiny bit and automatically pick itself up and come back across. Well, the track carries on into that shiny bit, and it just doesn't stop. It just keeps going. So the needle stays on, and it just and they sing the words for a very long time. And it goes for a very long time, for a very long time. And it just keeps doing that over and over and over until you go and take the needle off yourself.
Really?
Yeah.
I know. How have they done that?
I don't know.
Got a circle. So
It's when
normally
it's
it
cut.
spirals,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah.
What vinyl does is spirals a lot all the way into the
Yeah.
centre. But that last bit must just be one circle.
One
that
circle.
It hooks onto.
Yeah, and just stays in the circle, playing that same bit over and over and over. I remember listening to the album at home.
This isn't like a scratched copy that you
No.
got
No,
yourself.
I've got 2 copies there, and they both do it.
Okay.
I remember putting this album on once in my bedroom, going and having a bath, and thinking, that'll end, and it'll just turn itself off.
Okay.
And my mum coming up going, Paul, you've left that bloody record on, playing over and over. It was just always going, for a very long time, for a very long time.
Yeah, I get annoyed as well.
Yeah, but I was in the bath.
The record.
Having a lovely time, and there's my stereo blasting out for a very
And you
long
didn't hear
time.
it
No, I think I was like having a Walkman or something in there, or a radio.
as well. Okay.
Transistor radio.
Trans radio. Nice.
No, transistor radio, not a trans radio.
Oh, it's all right.
So, yes,
Why Song with No
Which-
Name called Song with No Name? Just a quick one.
because it hasn't got a name.
Was there a reason in the song?
That's quite a sinister song when you listen to it.
That makes it even more sinister then.
It's about a man who preys on people. I think it's a really, really sinister. When you hear it, it's got this horrible synth noise that goes like that.
Oh, shepherd's tone.
Is that what it's called?
A shepherd's tone is that you'll hear it in a lot of things. It's that tone that just sounds like it's always going down,
Yeah, that's what it's like.
just forever. It's a clever process.
Is it?
Quite clever, yeah.
It sounds really sinister though. It gives a really sinister feel. And the lyric is something about he searched around for years and years. I destroyed souls and killed careers, or something. It's quite.
Come live with me.
No. It is a scary song.
Okay.
It frightened me.
If right. Yeah, it's because the record played itself forever.
It's
as well.
it's the musical equivalent of watching The Wizard of Oz.
You hate that
I
film.
hate that film
You
so
hate that
much.
film. You don't like the monkeys in it because they look like flying bin bags, was it?
No.
What was that?
Why are they wearing those uniforms and fez hats? They're wearing like those old-fashioned like soldiers' tunics that are scarlet with buttons on and fezzes, and then they jump out the window and they fly, and that's just wrong.
Calm down.
I hate it. I hate that film
It's
so
not that
much.
you hate it.
And it's all
You said
filmed
you
in a
told us you
really.
were scared of it.
It's filmed in a really weird colour as well. It's all filmed in like monochrome.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, this like I don't know what they use. It's chrome colours instead of like normal warm colours.
And I don't like
I don't like it.
That's what it sounded like.
Apart from Dorothy's shoes, which are like really in like bright colours because they're sparkly and red.
Yeah. Well, I've not watched it because I don't like the idea of it.
What? So you?
Wizard of Oz.
So
I
you
think it's a bit generally crap.
I mean, I like.
Do they sing?
I like.
Do they sing
Yeah,
it?
there is.
Yeah,
I think those little people who live in the. They sing about following the yellow brick road, don't they? Follow the yellow brick road.
Yeah. What about it? There's little kids in it.
No, they're like munchkin people. I think. What?
Nonchalantly. No, just munchkin people in it. Like,
In it.
oh, of course.
Paul
yeah.
Chowdhury.
Yeah, I know.
In it, bro. Rubberding Rapids, bro. That's a great film.
It's a good one. It's not Paul Chowdhury.
I think that film was like a metaphor. So you've got the lion that is seeking courage, and the Tin Man who wants a heart.
Yeah. What does the dog want?
That's Toto.
He just wants all of Africa.
Yeah, that's right.
He wants to dominate the continent.
He wants the plains down in Africa is what Toto wants. He sees them.
Yeah.
And of course, when they finally find the wizard, who's actually just some little bloke hiding behind a green door. Not Shaking Stevens, by the way. You didn't get that sort, did you? I saw you look at me and went. So Shaking Stevens from the 80's did this song called Green Door.
Oh, okay.
And there's an old piano and it's playing Hot Behind the Green Door. And he used to go up it and it'd say, "There's an old piano and it's playing Hot Behind the Green Door."
Okay. That's what you were referring to.
He'd squeezed his testicles. So, a man in the studio, his job was to just stand there and go like that, squeeze it, so at the end of each line.
Oh?
Yeah. Right, John, your job, when Shaking gets to the end of each line, give his testicles a little squeeze.
Is his name Shakin? First name Shakin?
Yeah.
I'm Shakin.
Yeah. Hello, Stevens, Shaking Stevens. Hello there, Stevens, Shaking Stevens. He's Welsh.
Is he?
Yeah, he was Welsh, yeah. Well,
Where were you going? You tangented.
What did I?
Go back a bit. You're talking metaphor about Wizard of Oz.
When they meet the little guy behind the green door, it wasn't Shaking Stevens,
Yeah.
it was the wizard. He actually tells them they've actually already got what they're seeking. They just haven't looked inside themselves. So it's like that M People
come
track,
off
search
it.
for the hero inside yourself.
Right.
Search for the hero
So
inside
if I was to go
yourself.
to this place, to go to the wizard, and I'm like, oh, I'm actually looking for £200 million.
It's inside yourself,
It's
son.
inside yourself.
Look inside.
So,
I can't find it. I'm going to get Shaking Stevens, mate, to squeeze my testicles.
it's not inside me, mate. 200 million. Let's go. I haven't got it.
Oh, Poe. Oh, Poe.
Stupid wizard.
How come the wizard suddenly became northern, by the way? Oh, Poe.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is that northern?
Oh, Poe.
Why would he say that?
I don't know.
Everyone becomes northern.
It's not my fault.
Were you also, before you went on to your weird Wizard of Oz metaphor, You were going to say something about the album. I'm guessing that's gone out of your mind now.
It probably was. It's totally gone. Totally gone.
Do you know what I've realised? You've got a new T-shirt on today. Oh, it's gone really dark because the sun's gone out. I can't do much about that. Sorry, it's a dark episode.
Darkness.
You've got a T-shirt. It's a new one today. I thought it was pretty cool.
Thank you.
Pretty cool. What I've only just noticed is that you look like a new class of crew in Star Trek.
I do. And I love a bit of Star Trek.
You look like
So I would be. I'd be
whatever yellow is.
Well, it depends in which series. So in series 2, which I'm watching at the moment, I would be an engineering officer because all the engineers wear the yellow and black or blue.
Oh, you look like that.
Operations people wear red.
Still quite operational.
And
Buried alive.
Councillor
Best
Deanna
scene of any Star Trek.
Oh, Ricardo Montalblanc.
Yeah.
Rich Corinthian leather.
Buried alive. Buried alive.
Buried alive.
He goes, Cron! It echoes through the universe.
Shatner.
Yeah.
Oh, the man.
He goes nuts.
Shatner.
That scene of the one where he fights the shit lizard. What's it called?
The
Gorn?
The Gorn. Kirk versus Gorn. There's a poster. I'm getting that poster for the new studio, by the way.
Oh, you should.
Yeah.
You should.
There's a poster of it on Amazon.
God.
I'm going to get that for the new studio.
YouTube Kirk versus the Gorn fight scene.
What a fight scene.
Oh, it's the worst. It walks over and goes...
Duck.
And then Kirk hits him with a
double punch. A double fist punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
It's not rubbish.
It is.
It's a great fight scene, that is. I love it.
Okay. Was there anything more you wanted to add?
Yes. And what I wanted to add was, hang on, let me just slip down to the old facts there. So, later versions, 1997 US version had a couple of bonus tracks on, with an extended mix of I'm Your Money, which is another single, and Play to Win. And then in 2006, they brought out a remastered version with Groove Thang, which was an extended version of a Fascist Groove Thing, Are Everything, I'm Your Money, Decline of the West, and Honeymoon in New York. So you got a lot of extra tracks on the 2006 remastered edition. These were on CD by then.
Oh, wow.
And then, there was some extra versions brought out with some more British Electronic Foundation type tracks on. But yeah, Glenn Gregory was was vocals, Martin Ware and Ian Craig Marsh did all the synthesizers, and then they had some session musicians coming in. What was his name? John Wilson, the bass player. Absolutely superb.
Really good.
You've got to. If there's nothing else that stand out on this album, it's the bass lines are absolutely fantastic.
Are they?
Yeah, and when they do them live, it's brilliant. They actually did a few years ago. They did a Penthouse and Pavement tour where they just played just the whole album all the way through. Brilliant.
That's cool.
And they did it live, so they just played that
A few
track
years
listing.
ago.
Yeah, it wasn't long ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're still touring now.
I knew they were still touring.
Still touring,
but
very
it's cool
popular.
Just to be like, oh, we'll just do this album.
Yeah,
But it's
and that
cool.
I've noticed there's a lot of 80s bands doing that now. They're doing like
callback kind of stuff, isn't it?
yeah. So I'm pretty certain that Martin Fry has done the Lexicon of Love tour, and they've redone the whole of the Lexicon of Love album.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's quite a few bands now do
Album tours.
album tours. They just do
Of
the
old
album.
albums
Yeah.
as well.
So mid-year.
Everyone wants to hear that.
Well, mid-year from Ultravox has just done a Vienna tour, and he's done the album that's got Vienna on it, and done that album.
Did he do a tour date in Vienna?
I hope he did, but he did one in Leamington Spa.
Which is near us.
Yes,
And you didn't go.
I didn't know. There was various reasons why I couldn't get there. So
Oh, I see.
Royal.
Something we might actually consider for future.
So we've got a plan, haven't we, to do?
Try and do a few more
We're gonna do some gigs,
out and about stuff.
live broadcasts.
Yeah. Live broadcast.
Yeah, so some of the things
didn't
that
know
we've
about
got
that.
lined up for the channel coming into season 2 in 2020 are gig reviews, where we'll be getting down to some 80s gigs and doing some reviews and some live stuff from the gigs. Some outside broadcasts. We'll be broadcasting outside in the live arena.
Okay.
We have a few guest slots lined up for interviews with special guests. And
we will also get round to every single request that's been sent in. That
so
will be series 2 as well.
the requests haven't been ignored or gone unnoticed. We are doing them, but we're saving them for season 2 when we can give them a little bit more focus and attention, because people have requested them and we want to give them the attention they deserve.
Yeah, and also they'll look a lot better, they'll sound a little bit nicer
and
when we get around to it.
Yeah, and of course in the
2.
new studio the quality is going to be a lot better anyway, because the setup's going to be very, very different to what we have now. So final note for this week's podcast is next week is our Yuletide special.
It is.
And I think you've got something quite different lined up, haven't you?
I have. It is the... That's how I cover up a yawn, but no one knew.
I thought you were doing some kind of like secret manoeuvre. So just give us a bit of a background on what's going to happen in next week's.
Next week's is going to be a special where I do a quiz. Paul answers the questions to the quiz relating to the podcast itself, also with a bit of 80s trivia, but it's mainly going to be stuff from the podcast. So I hope you've revised.
I have.
You will be revising.
I will be revising,
yeah.
I've got all my textbooks out.
Got
my flashcards.
Rewatch
I've got to look at BBC Bite Size.
the episodes, the specific 80s music
Yeah, it'll be on there.
area. But it will be stuff about this podcast as well. So it might be how many times have you said this, or
So is a one I say probably about
more significant things, I think.
So.
Or what caused what with a, I don't know, repeat the line or something. You'll understand when I get round to it.
Matador!
Stupid. I hate that. No reason every single time. No reason.
There is no rhyme or reason.
With Matador.
Life has no rhyme or reason.
Okay. And on that note, we're going to finish up there.
Yeah, before we fade away into darkness
Yeah,
completely.
because apparently the sun's gone and that's it. I don't know why. It's just going to be a dark episode, I'm afraid.
We filmed this in Mordor.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
In Heaven 17's basement.
Get those pesky hobbits out of here! Heaven 17's basement.
I'm close enough to 17. Right.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, give us a big thumbs up and like down below.
I forgot about that bit.
Welcome any comments, any recommendations, anything that you want us to have a look at. And don't forget in any stories you've got from the 1980s.
Send them in.
Send them in.
We're still waiting for some stories.
Until next week.